Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone for teaching me this truth. And Shalom to the hopeful elect on the highways and byways pushing this truth. It's your brother Rabbi Nab coming up with a lesson, Lord willing, it's edifying. You know, right before I put the camera on, I was just talking to a brother from Barbados. He was telling me how he heard about the Israelites out there in Barbados, man. So he was giving this word, man, which is a beautiful thing, showing you that this word is going out, okay? So brothers are hearing this word, man. And he came all the way from Barbados over here, and he said he's looking for a job, man, under the table. You know, I told him, man, it's hard to find a job out here, but hopefully you can get one, man. You know, but it's better to have a relationship with the Lord, man. It's better to know about the Lord. You know, you were given this information, but what are you doing with it? You know, you can't just remain in the congregation of the dead after you heard the word, man. Now a lot of people hear the word and it don't spark faith, belief in them. But you know, that's what the mission is, man. To get you back with the Lord. Okay. But anyways, I wanted to finish where I left off yesterday. I was reading the book of Genesis, the 32nd chapter. When you read the book of Genesis in the 32nd chapter, you learn about Jacob going back to the land because the Lord told him. Actually, matter of fact, let me go there. Genesis 32. See if I can find it in my phone, actually. The time sake, I don't want to do it all day. Genesis. Genesis 31:3. And the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, said unto Jacob, return unto the land of thy fathers and to thy kindred, and I will be with thee. And Jacob sent and called Rachel and Leah to the field unto his flock. So that's what he did, man. The Lord told him that it's time to go, man. Go back to the land that I gave to your father, man. Right? That's what he did. And in my last video, I just basically said how Esau was confronting him. So he sent messages over to Esau, man. And I was comparing it to when Yahweh Shai was in the wilderness, and how he was using scriptures to fight Satan. Okay, that's what Jacob was doing when he was encountering Esau. He was using wisdom, right? You gotta use wisdom. just like our forefathers, just like Yahweh Shai. Okay? You gotta use wisdom when you're dealing with the devil, man. Or the wicked, evil, satanic Edomites. You gotta use wisdom. Okay? But, you know, pondering and thinking about it, Esau was also using wisdom. Okay? The scriptures tell you that he does a diligent search. As a matter of fact, let me grab that, please, sir. Okay? He was using wisdom dealing with Jacob. Okay? Because when Jacob sent his messengers to go talk to Esau, Esau sent those same messengers back. Why didn't Esau walk with those messengers back to find out where Jacob was? Okay? Why didn't Esau use his own messengers? Okay? Showing you the spiritual aspect. And what message did he tell his messengers to tell Jacob? He told him to tell them, I'm with 400 men. Okay? Why? Because he wanted to put fear into Jacob. Also, in my last video, I compared it to playing a chess game. But I said Jacob was playing chess against Esau, but in all actuality, it was the Most High Yahweh playing chess with himself. Okay? I just want to emphasize that. Because sometimes we look at it, you know, with less thought, man. It all goes back to the Lord and his will. He's going to do all his pleasure. This is all his creation. This is his will. Everything that happens down here is up to him for it to happen. All right? And he was allowing this to happen. But at the same time, he was using it, more importantly, for a learning experience for the elect, because you're going to be going through the same thing. You're going to have to use wisdom too. Esau's going to be coming down because he know he got a short time left. Okay? And he's going to have more than 400 men. Okay? He's going to be coming down, having great wrath because he has a short time left. But let me grab that scripture where it says, a diligent search. Okay. A diligent search. I don't know why this AI shit, a diligent search. Psalm 64:6, they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep, so they're very smart people. They do a diligent search, they understand, they want to fully understand all the facts before they do, before they do stuff. Okay, so Esau is a very cunning hunter. Okay, he's also that what did he call him in the garden? He's that same spirit that deceived Eve. I think he said, he's a cunning hunter. We know Esau specifically the cunning hunter, but he's the reincarnation of that serpent. Genesis 3:1, now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord Yahweh power had made. So he was subtle also. He's sneaky. Okay? So he does a diligent search. He's cunning. He's subtle. Okay? So don't think he wasn't using wisdom also against Jacob. And when he sent those messengers back, going back to Genesis, the 32nd chapter, let me go there before I continue on. Let me see where he told him. Genesis 32:6, and the messengers returned to Jacob, saying, we came to thy brother Esau, and also he cometh to meet thee, and 400 men with him. So here it is, man. That's him. He's coming to meet you with 400 men with them. So he told the messengers to tell him that. I think the messengers counted, okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's 5 here. There's 4 rows of 100. No, man. He told him, listen, you go tell him, I'm coming to meet you, okay? And when you look at the river of Jabbok was in the middle. Okay. So Jabbok is not in Mount Seir. It's actually much farther down. So it looked like he was coming out of Mount Seir to come meet Jacob. So Esau was trying to put fear into Jacob, man. He didn't have to tell him how many men he was with. He didn't have to tell him anything. He could have just said, I'm coming to meet you. Okay? Showing you there's a spiritual aspect of it. Instantly, when Jacob got the report, he was afraid. Esau likes to use fear so he can cast doubt. That's a tactic that Satan likes to use. All right? What's that precept? What's that precept? Let me think of it. Let's to cast doubt. This is star rule to overthrow by inward agitation. I'm trying to think of that precept. I can't even think it. Let me Google it. See if I got the word I'm looking for. Precept is it star root? I might be thinking of the wrong word. To overthrow by inward agitation. See, Luke 22 and 31. Let me see if that's it. Yeah, this is it. Luke 22 and 31. And the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan have desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat. Okay, that's the precept I was looking for. That was the precept. And when you look at that word sift, it's Siniazo, not Staru. Staru is actually the one where it says, when they crucified the Lord, that word is Staru. But I was thinking about Siniazo, and it says, by inward agitation to try one's faith to the verge of overthrow. So that's a tactic by Esau. He's trying to sift you, man. That's why he sent and said that there's 400 men with him, man. Okay? And that's what he's going to do. He's trying to sift you, trying to take away your faith. Okay? That's all he's here to do, man. The seed of the wicked, man. They're unrighteous, man. So you got to know that. You got to know that. You got to know what type of evil you're dealing with, what kind of people you're dealing with. Or you're gonna be sifted out. You're not gonna be stable in these last days. Okay? You're not gonna be stable. And that's the whole point. You want to be stable in these last days. Book of Isaiah 33 and 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. The fear of the Lord, not the fear of Esau. Okay? The fear of Esau is not a treasure. Right? It's going to lead to your destruction. All right? The fear of Esau is a trap. All right? He's designed to sift you, man. Okay? But let's get back to Genesis, the 32nd chapter. That's what type of tactic he was trying to use against Jacob. Genesis 32 and 24, and Jacob was left alone. Yeah, Jacob was left alone. Because he done sent his sheep, his cattle, his women, his children, his servants, his messengers. Now he's left alone. And there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. Yeah, there was a man wrestling with Jacob until the breaking of the day. Let's look at that word wrestle. Now in Genesis, it says it was a man. Okay. So why would they say that he wrestles with an angel if it says he wrestles with a man in Genesis? Well, let me grab why this word wrestled. Genesis 32 and 24. Because I like to think of this interaction something much deeper than just a wrestling match. It wasn't like the WWE, man. Jake, they were just wrestling with each other, man.
Strong's H79.
Avak. This is that word for wrestle. It says to wrestle, grapple, get dusty, be dust. Okay. Grappling. So it was grappling. And when you go into the Hebrew Chaldee lexicon, it says a root not used in cow, which I suppose to have had the force of to pound, to make small. Okay. To pound, to make small. Force of pounding. Okay. Dust, because in wrestling the dust is arise. So I'm saying dust, pounding something. Dust. So it sounds like they were beating the brakes off of it. There's a scripture that says, shall they not utterly be beaten to powder, man? Let me grab that. I think it's in 2nd Ezra. The 16th chapter, yep. 2nd Ezra 16 and 11, the Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence, man. Going into those beams, man, beating you to powder. You know? But that's what I think about when Jake was fighting this man that it says in Genesis, the 32nd chapter, man. They're fighting, they're grappling, you know? Gotta be tough fighting an angel, man. You can't just grapple with an angel, man. You gotta have some techniques. You're gonna have to have counter moves. Okay, he might grab your elbow, you might switch it on him. You know, something like that. That's how I imagine that to be. Okay? Genesis 32 and 24, and Jacob was left alone, and they wrestled the man with him until the breaking of the day. Yeah, Jacob wrestling with this man again until the breaking of the day. That's a long wrestling match. You can't even fight a person longer than 5 minutes. You fight with somebody, you're gonna get tired, right? Now to the breaking of the day, that's a long war. That's a battle. When you fight somebody, man. How long can you fight for? Can you fight for a long time? 40 seconds, man. This dude fought for the breaking of the day. And that's you see? Hey, thank you for that, man. Thank you. You see, he said he was fighting for 40 seconds. He said he timed it. He said he was tired, man. That's the spirit, man. That's the spirit. But it's true, man. You can't fight to the break of the day. Okay, showing you Jake is strong, man. But we already knew that. We always knew Jake was strong. You can tell. You can see that in the sports. Who was I wanted to go to Hosea. It says he was wrestling a man. Okay. Hosea 12:3. He took his brother by the heel in the womb, and by his strength he had power with the Most High. Yea, he had power over the angel. He didn't call it a man. He said it was an angel. And prevailed. Yeah, he prevailed over an angel. Come on, man. That's very hard. You can't do that. He wept and made supplication unto him. He found him in Bethel, and there he spake with us. Okay. So Hosea is saying it was an angel, and Genesis is saying it was a man. But when you look into that word man, it tells you, let's look into that word man. Genesis 32 and 24.
Strong's 376. Ish.
Yeah, it says Ish, but when you go to like, hold on, let me go to like Genesis 1 and 26. Because I think the word for man is Adam. So it's two different words used in Hebrew for the word man. It's the point I'm trying to make. This is Genesis 1 and 26 for the word man.
Strong's H120. Adam.
Okay, so showing you that there's two different words there used for that same word man. Okay. Genesis 32 and 24. So in Genesis 32:24 it says it's Ish. Okay, a man. And it says man, male, in contrast to woman, female, husband, human being, person. Okay, a servant, a champion, a great man. It says in contrast to the Most High. So this isn't your average man, okay? This isn't your average man. Strong H376. Let me go into this root word, see what it says. Man, mortal man, person, mankind of an individual. Anash, Amash. Pretty much sick. Okay. I think I'm going too deep into it. But I just wanted to point the fact that there's two different Hebrew words for the same word man. Okay, showing you that there's a difference between Adam and Ish. Okay? And Hosea is telling you this was an angel inside of a man, okay, that Jake was wrestling with. And I say Jake, I'm talking about Jacob. Okay. Let me read that again. Genesis 32 and 24. Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. But we just read in Hosea 12:3 and 4 that man was an angel. Okay. So he was wrestling with an angel. The book of Ephesians, chapter 6. I'll start at 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. So you got to think. Where was Jacob's mindset at when he was left alone? You know, he just sent his messengers, his kids, his cattle, his you know, and he was afraid of Esau. Okay? But Ephesians 6 says, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. You got to be strong in the Lord. You got to put on the armor of God. You can't be scared of the Edomites. Even though you know that he's coming with great wrath, you got to be strong, okay? Can't be weak. You know, I watch videos of the Ukrainians fighting the Russians. I watch videos on, you know, these different skirmishes that these soldiers have. Okay? And let me tell you something, man. A lot of them are mighty, man. They got a different type of mindset. You got to be prepared for the battle, man. Last thing they thinking about is what's going on in the world, man. They're trying to survive whatever they're going through, man. And they got their armor on, man. They're fighting. All right? Ephesians 6:11, put on the whole armor of the Most High that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Let's see what the wiles means. Let's see what the wiles of the devil. Because that's what Jake was fighting up against, man. Esau, the devil, man. Which means deceiver. Okay? Because you read the rest of the story, he sent 400 men to go give Jacob a hug. Come on, man. Use your brain, man. Satan was using him to cast doubt. He was trying to sift Yasharal. He was trying to sift Jacob, man. Trying to take his faith away from him to make him be afraid of Esau. Okay? Ephesians 6:11, I'm looking at that word wiles.
Strong's G 3180. Methodiah. So he got methods, man. He's the method man. He got techniques that he's trying to use in order to sift you. Cunning arts, deceit, craft, trickery. Okay? Ephesians 6:11. Read it again. Put on the whole armor of the Most High that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood. See, Jake was wrestling with an angel. He wasn't wrestling with flesh and blood. He was literally wrestling against an angel. Okay? For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places, man. So he was wrestling with these things, man. Okay? To the day broke with an angel. Ephesians 6:13, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Yeah, you gotta stand. Okay? You can't be sleeping. Okay? Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness. Girt about with truth. Okay, not lies. Where you get the truth from? You get the truth from the Bible. Okay? And from your teachers. You don't need a teacher. You can't be listening to these Christian churches telling you these damn lies, man. They're not preparing you for a battle. They're preparing you for a hug and a kiss. But the Lord gonna kiss you with death, with judgment. He's gonna hug you with a plague, fire. Idiots. Ephesians 6:14, stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness. Yeah, follow the laws of the Most High, man. Be as righteous as you can be. Practice the righteous acts, okay? Where was I? Ephesians 6:15, and your feet shod with the and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Yeah, you gotta have your feet shod. You gotta have your shoes on. Put your boots on. Tie your boots tight. You gotta stand firm in this truth. You can't be slipping and sliding in the truth, man. You can't let somebody tell you what you believe in is a lie. You gotta be firm. You gotta have your feet shod, tied up. Let's look at this word shod. Make sure I'm not going on. Strong's G 5265.
Hubadeho. To bind under oneself, bind on, tie your shoes together, Jake. You gotta have the breastplate of righteousness on. You gotta have your the attire on. Ephesians 6 and 16, above all, taking the shield of faith. And you need a shield of faith, man. Wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. There's a lot of wicked people out here, man. A lot of people are wicked. This world is wicked. Okay? And you need to have the armor of God on. You can't be like everybody else, because they're damn fools. Okay? They're foolish. And they don't believe in the Lord. That's why the Lord's gonna kill them. They're gonna die. The Lord has power over life and death. Only him, not somebody. Even the man holding a gun ain't got no power if you die enough. It's the Lord that does it. Back in Genesis 32 and 24, and Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint as he wrestled with him. So Jacob was wrestling with the angel, and his thigh was out of joint. Okay? So you can get hurt being in this truth, man. But you gotta fight. That's the point of putting the armor of God on, man, because it's not gonna be an easy walk. There's gonna be a lot of wiles with the devil. He's gonna tell you to go here, go there. He's gonna help you over here, he's gonna help you over there. Don't worry, come to me, I got you. No, he's gonna put your ass to death. But spiritually, if you believe in him, you slipping and sliding in the spirit, man. Your spirit is weak. You're probably a demon. You're being overthrown by demons every day. If you believe in a lie, it's because there's a demon that took you over when you are not with your armor on. Okay? If you're walking in the course of this world, it's because your vessel has been overtaken by a demon. All right? And you can't be beating up the air but not following the law. Okay? Make sure you look both ways when you cross the street. All right? And you beating up the air when you're not serving the Lord, man. You ain't fighting the devil. You actually fighting for him. Who's the devil, you may ask? Is the devil some pitchfork, tail-wearing, horns-having entity? Or is it a group of people who establish laws that are wicked, that oppress people? You choose which one. Who's doing that? Is it a person who has the capability to deport somebody that his colleagues had come here? Now, I'm not saying Donald J. Trump is the devil. He's just one of them. Okay? He's just one of them. Esau is the devil, man. Long story short, these Edomites, they're devils. They're the wicked, man. There's a race of people that are red and they're wicked. They're the devils. That's why this place celebrates the most wicked holidays this world has ever seen. Raise your hand if you celebrate Thanksgiving. That's just wicked. Didn't the so-called white man give some very loving people smallpox blankets? That is a devil. They should have killed his white ass when he first came to this land. Okay? Because his people are still here. His people still walk this earth in safety, in peace. Looking back on history, he should have been slain with the sword. Okay? Now you trust this devil. This devil's going to be telling you to follow him in these last days. He's going to be telling you everything's all right. But he's coming with great wrath, because he know that he got a short time left. Book of Genesis 32 and 25. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint as he wrestled with him. And he continued to wrestle even though his joint was out of thigh. Okay? And that's the difference between a lot of us Jakes, man. Some of y'all are not going to fight. Jake could have said, give up, man. My hip's out of joint, out of place. No, he continued to fight, man. Okay? Let me grab this precept. Matthew 26 and 41. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. Yeah, your flesh is weak, man. And the Lord's going to really afflict your flesh in these last days. You're going to be weak in these last days. You're going to want to follow the devil. You're going to want to concede. You're going to want to give up when he stops having food, when he stops having water, when he's telling you, come to the FEMA camp. We'll feed you. That's what he's going to tell you. And your weak flesh is going to make you want to go. That's what this precept's talking about. Matthew 26 and 41. Watch and pray. Yeah, you got to watch and see the devil coming, and you got to pray just like Jacob. That ye enter not into temptation. Temptation, yeah, the wiles of the devil wants to sift you. Okay? He wants to take away your faith. And if you're following this devil to receive his mark, guess what? You don't have any faith. And the Lord said he's going to destroy you. Okay? The spirit indeed is willing. Yeah, your spirit is willing to follow the laws of the Lord. But the flesh is weak. But the flesh doesn't want to follow the laws of the Lord. It wants to eat. It wants to drink water. So when this devil takes that away from you, you're going to be worshiping him to receive these things because your spirit is willing, but your flesh is weak. Genesis 32 and 25. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint as he wrestled with him. Yeah, so Jacob was fighting. He was prevailing against this man. Okay? He was prevailing against him. He had to touch the hollow of his thigh. That's what Esau's going to do because he knows that Jacob is strong. He's going to touch you. He's going to make your flesh weak. And he's going to attempt to do that by what? Taking away the things that your flesh needs, the things that your flesh wants. Okay? Where was I? Let me grab this precept. 2 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 7. Unless I should be exalted above measure, though the abundance of the revelations, there was given to me a thorn in the flesh, the messenger of Satan to buffet me, lest I should be exalted above measure. Yeah, so you're going to have a thorn in the flesh, man. And you got to suffer these afflictions, but you have to remain in the battle. Okay? Because through the abundance of revelations, through this knowledge, the knowledge itself can sift you up out of here, being puffed up and all of that. And so the Lord's gonna afflict you being in this truth. All right? But it's only to keep you in the truth, so you can be prepared for that ultimate temptation when this devil comes down on you with great wrath.
And yes, he's going to use your family against you. He's going to use your kids against you. He's going to use everything. And there's no excuse to lose faith other than you're not being predestinated, not being part of the elect of Israel. Those are the only ones that are going to be saved. If not, then you are considered part of the 2/3, made to be destroyed. You have to be cut off. But you're fulfilling prophecy. There's a 66.6 of you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans have to die. Not everyone's going to make it. Okay? So take your death by pain. Okay? Second Corinthians 12 and 8. For this thing I besought the Lord thrice, that it might depart from me. And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Hamashiach may rest upon me. Man, glory in your infirmities. Okay? That the Lord is afflicting you, because it's for your benefit. Okay? Genesis 32 and 26, and he said, let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let thee go, except thou bless me. So this angel said, let me go to Jacob. So Jacob was prevailing against him. Okay, some people say that's Yahweh Shai. If you think Yahweh Shai and Jacob, you know, but the Lord is in the volume of the book. Okay? The Lord is in the volume of the book, man. Okay, so all of it is pointing to Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is gonna afflict you, man. He's with you, man. He's gonna make sure you prevail. Because how else would Jake be able to fight this angel if he didn't have some divine assistance? It's the only way you can fight an angel, man. There's scriptures in the Bible that show you that these angels are no joke. Okay? Matter of fact, let me grab this precept. 2 Kings 19 in verse number 35. And it came to pass that night that the angel of the Lord, Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, went out and smote in the camp of the Assyrians 185,000. I believe that's 185,000. He smote them, meaning he put them to death. One angel. And when they arose early in the morning, behold, they were all dead corpses. So you telling me an angel can kill 185,000 men, but somehow Jacob has the power of 185,000 men? Come on, man. That's divine intervention. You don't see Yahweh Shai, Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai playing a part in him prevailing against an angel. And hey, man, you don't get the scriptures, man. All right. I got another one. First Chronicles 21. And 14. So the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua sent pestilence upon Israel. Hold on, let me see the top. It says, census brings pestilence. First Chronicles 21 and 1, and Satan stood up against Israel and provoked David to number Israel. So this is when Satan provoked David to number Israel. Jump down to 14. So the Lord sent pestilence upon Israel, and there fell of Israel 70,000 men. And the Most High sent an angel unto Jerusalem to destroy it. And as he was destroying, the Lord beheld, and he repented him of the evil, and said to the angel that destroyed, it is enough, stay now thine hand. And the angel of the Lord Yahweh stood by the threshing floor
of Ornan the Jebusite. And David lifted up his eyes and saw the angel of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, stand between the earth and the heaven, having a drawn sword in his hand stretched out over Jerusalem. Then David and the elders of Israel, who were clothed in sackcloth, fell upon their faces. And David said unto the Most High, is it not I that commanded the people to be numbered? Even I it is that have sinned and done evil indeed. But as for these sheep, what have they done? Let thine hand, I pray thee, O Lord, my power, be on me and on my father's house, but not on thy people, that they should be plagued. Now, who was King David praying for? Was he praying for the whole world? Or was he praying for his sheep, the Israelites? He was praying for the Israelites, okay? That's who was with King David. King David was slaughtering these other nations that you think everyone loves so much. Okay, that you love so much, you Christians. And King David is a disconnect between the house of David and this church that you talk about. All right? So these angels are powerful, man. Making the point that Jacob had to have had some type of intervention, divine intervention, in order to prevail against an angel, man, that can kill, that has the ability to kill 185,000. Okay? Come on, man. Use your brain. Genesis 32 and 26. And he said, let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let thee go except thou bless me. Yeah, we ain't gonna let you go until thou bless me. And that's what we're doing now. Okay? We're fighting against an angel. And that angel's name is Satan. And he is trying to sift us. He's trying to take away our faith. He wants us to give up. But we're gonna keep fighting until the Lord blesses us with salvation. All right? But you have to fight. You got to put on this armor of God. Why would he tell you to put on armor for? What? So you can think you're saved? Just because you're wearing a vest doesn't mean you're saved, right? No, that's in case something happens, man. Okay? No, you got to fight. There's an enemy that needs to be defeated. Okay? And you got to fight this devil, man. Give me that precept in Hosea 12:4. I already read it. I'm going to read it again. Yea, he had power over the angel and prevailed. He wept and made supplication unto him. He found him in Bethel, and there he spake with us. Even the Lord Yahweh, power of hosts, the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, is his memorial. Give me another precept. Luke 24. Luke 24 and 28, and they drew nigh unto the village whither they went, and he made as though he would have gone further. Oh. Just the precept you gave me? Let me see what that's talking about. The road to Emmaus. And behold, two of them went that same day to a village called Emmaus, which was from Jerusalem about 60 furlongs. And they talked together of all these things which had happened. And it came to pass that while they communed together and reasoned, Yahushua himself drew near and went with them. Their eyes were holden that they should not know him. And he said unto them, what manner of communications are these that ye have one to another, as ye walk and are sad? And the one of them, whose name was Cleopas, answering said unto him, art thou only a stranger in Jerusalem, and hast not known the things which are come to pass there in these days? And he said unto them, what things? And they said unto him, concerning Yahushua Nazareth, which was a prophet, mighty indeed and word before the Most High and all the peoples, and how the chief priests and our rulers delivered him to be condemned to death, and have crucified him. but we trusted that it had been he which should have redeemed Israel. And beside all this, today is the third day since these things were done. Yea, and certain women also of our company made us astonished, which were early at the sepulchre. And when they found not his body, they came saying that they had also seen a vision of angels, which said that he was alive. And certain of them which were with us went to the sepulchre and found it even as the woman had said, but him they saw not. Then he said unto them, O fools, and slow of heart to believe all that the prophets have spoken. Ought not Hamashiach to have suffered these things and to enter into his glory? And beginning at Moses and all the prophets, he expounded unto them in all the scriptures the things concerning himself. And they drew nigh unto the village whither they went, and he made as though he would have gone further. I'm gonna keep going. But they constrained him, saying, Abide with us, for it is toward evening, and the day is far spent. And he went in to tarry with them. And it came to pass, as he sat at meat with them, he took bread and blessed it and brake it and gave it to them. And their eyes were opened, and they knew him, and he vanished out of their sight. So, I guess that precept's trying to indicate a couple things, actually. You know, basically, they wanted Yahushua to tarry with them, but with Jacob's situation, it's like, you know, rest. Basically, take a rest, man. And Jake didn't, man. But Yahushua did, but he already had spiritual power. Okay, he was already in the new body. He was already in perfected, so to speak. Jake wasn't perfected, so you gotta keep fighting. You ain't perfected yet, man. Okay, you can rest after the work is done. Okay, that's what I'm getting from that precept. All right. Genesis 32:27, and he said unto him, What is thy name? And he said, Jacob. And he said, Thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel, for as a prince hast thou power with the Most High, and with men it has prevailed. Yeah, he has power with the Most High, man. Yasharah, the prince of the power. Okay? And it was shown that day that the Lord was dealing with Jacob. Okay? It showed him something, man. That the Lord has to be dealing with you. It's for you to fight an angel. That's the point. And you don't want to just remain knowing that you're Jacob, man. Now you're fighting for a blessing. You're fighting for your blessing. You're fighting for Yasharah. You're fighting to be an Israelite. This devil done took your identity, man. He's claiming to be you. He's in your land. He's claiming to have your inheritance. He's claiming that he's building the third temple, a physical temple. You have to fight, Jake. How do you fight? With the sword. Okay? With the scriptures. Like Yahushua did, like Jacob's doing. This is how you fight this devil. You got to know within yourself the truth. You got to know it, man. All right? You got to stand firm in this. You can't be like everybody else, man. Just believe it. Whatever you want to believe in, man. That's not how you're going to survive. All right? Genesis 32:28, and he said, Thy name shall be called no more Jacob. Yeah, we ain't going to be called Jacob anymore in these last days when the Lord exalts us, when we're given that power. The people shall be willing in the day of thy power. But Israel, the prince of the power, Yasharah. That's what we're fighting to be. Back for our, back to being Israel, man. Back for us to rule. Okay? But you gotta come out here, you gotta swing the sword, man. You gotta make sure your sword is sharper for this battle, man. Wet your sword just like the Lord. Okay? grab that piece of grass since I said it in terms of. Book of Psalms 7 and 12. If he turn not, he will whet his sword. He have bent his bow and made it ready. The Lord's whetting his sword. He's sharpening his sword, man, which is Esau. Okay, and you need to sharpen your sword, man, which is learning the scriptures, so you can be stable in the last days, so you can withstand the wiles of the devil, so you can swing it properly, man, so you can keep your faith, so he don't sift you. Okay. Genesis 32 and 29, Jacob asked him and said, tell me, I pray thee, thy name. And he said, wherefore is it that thou doest ask after my name? And he blessed him there. Yeah, why are you asking what my name is then? That's another thing, man. These angels, man, they're very austere. Judges 13 and 18. Actually, I started 17. Actually, I started 15. And Manoah said unto the angel of the Lord, Yahweh, I pray thee, let us detain thee until we shall have made ready a kid for thee. And the angel of the Lord said unto Manoah, though thou detain me, I will not eat of thy bread, and if thou wilt offer a burnt offering, thou must offer it unto the Lord, Yahweh. For Manoah knew not that he was an angel of the Lord, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. And Manoah said unto the angel of the Lord, Yahweh, what is thy name? That when thy sayings come to pass, we may do thee honor. And the angel of the Lord said unto him, why askest thou thus after my name, seeing it is secret? See, so the same thing that happened to him, man. Don't worry about what my name is, man. My name's nothing. I'm here to do the will of the Lord, man. Okay? And that's the only name that really matters, man. Is the name of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. All these other names, man, these names don't mean nothing. Okay? And Jacob, Genesis 32 and 30, called the name of the place Peniel, for I have seen the Most High face to face, and my life is preserved. Okay. Grab this precept, Genesis 13 to 22. Genesis chapter 13. What? That's not even in the book. Yeah, what is this talking about? Genesis? I don't know. It's giving me a wrong precept. Maybe Genesis 22 and 13. Let's see what that is. Genesis 22. Let me see if this is the precept. Genesis 22 and 13. And Abraham lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, behind him a ram caught in a thicket by his horns. And Abraham went and took the ram and offered him up for a burnt offering in the stead of his son. What precept wants me to bring up? But this is Genesis 13 and 22, and there's no precept there. Genesis 16 and 13. This is another precept. And she called the name of the Lord that spake unto her, Thou, the Most High, seest me. For she said, Have I also here looked after him that seeth me? Who's this talking about? Sarai and Hagar. I think it's talking about Hagar. That's the precepts my Bible was giving me. Genesis 32 and 31. And as he passed over Penuel, the sun rose upon him, and he halted upon his thigh. Therefore the children of Israel eat not of the sinew which shrank, which is upon the hollow of the thigh, unto this day, because he touched the hollow of Jacob's thigh and the sinew that shrank. Yeah, so we don't eat that piece of the chicken. She looked it up. You know, Jake liked chicken. Because of this battle that Jake had with this angel, man, he don't eat that part of the chicken, man. Okay. In remembrance of Jacob becoming fighting the angel for his name Israel. Okay. I was gonna Google it, but I can't even remember what to Google. But there's a piece of the chicken that's on the thigh that you're not supposed to eat within Israel. But you know, you gotta learn these things. Okay. And Satan don't want me to bring out this precept. So you gotta keep your faith. Yeah, Luke 18. It's the book of Luke, chapter 18, and verse number 8. I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth? Yeah, shall he find faith on the earth, man? It's all the different tribulations that are coming. Okay, as a matter of fact, did I even... I might as well. Yeah, that's it on that. That's it on that. I'm gonna end it right there. Lord willing, I was edified. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Makak Wadash. Shalom.